Please remain standing for the invocation led by the Reverend Tanis Kalisnik, Academic Advisor from Student Life. Reverend Kalisnik will be followed by Elder Dan Thomas, 5th degree Midewiwin Elder and Ojibwe Sundance Ceremony Conductor, who will provide a blessing upon this ceremony and the graduates.
Please join me. Almighty God, known by many names, we invoke your presence with us this day. Today we celebrate the accomplishments of those who receive degrees, of those who begin new chapters in their lives. Bless them, Creator God. Make each of us mindful of what these students have accomplished. May their studies continue to open minds to new ideas and build in us all a deep respect for one another. We give thanks for this moment and let success and achievements be celebrated. We give thanks for the University of Winnipeg and the legacy of excellence that continues to grow here. Bless all those who have supported these students on their academic journey, in the classroom, their professors and their peers, and at home, their family members and friends. And now in the next steps forward, as we celebrate these graduates, we ask for easy transitions to future dreams and opportunities. Hear our collective prayer. Amen.
Agachimi gwech simanido miskawawa tewanine and isnikas wabski maingan and doadem nipimuidum midewi even Agachimanido gachimi gwech nimishomis semi gwech for this beautiful day that you have given, for the sunrise, semi gwech for the wind, for the clouds, Semi gwech for this Mother Earth, for her water. Semi gwech for all the life that you have placed here, that we have been entrusted with, Grandfather. And to ask in a good way that you look upon all of those who are here, who have done this hard work to achieve what it is that they have achieved today, that we might honor and respect their good work. And to ask that they might have good health, might have good life, and to ask that they might walk a good road on this earth, that they might carry their families in a good way as they walk that road of life that you have given to them, Grandfather. And that as they walk this road of life, that they might find pleasure and experience in all that you have given to them. We want to ask that long and good life for everyone who are gathered here and all of their families. That long and good life beyond the time that you have long white hair, because you might have long white hair when you're young. But to see that time, our elders say, when you have a hard time to chew raspberries, because even if you don't have teeth, it's easy to chew raspberries, so you might be mighty old at that time. So I ask that for everyone, to have that good length of life. Miigwech.
Please be seated. Before we begin, I would like to welcome in our guests who have just arrived, and please be patient as they find their seats. It is now my pleasure to invite forward Dr. Annette Trimby, President and Vice Chancellor of the University of Winnipeg.
Good morning and welcome to the University of Winnipeg, located on Treaty 1 land in the heart of the Métis Nation. I always begin with this significant acknowledgement to recognize the influence the land we are located on, its history, its present, its peoples, and its relationships must have on everything we do. It is my pleasure to preside over today's ceremony. Mr. Chancellor, distinguished guests, members of the graduating class, families of the graduates, colleagues, and friends of the University of Winnipeg, I have the honor to declare open this 108th Convocation of the University of Winnipeg for the conferring of degrees in graduate programs, science, education, arts, business and economics, and kinesiology. We are pleased to be joined by a number of distinguished platform guests, and I want to introduce them at this time. I would ask that each person stand briefly as I call his or her name, and I would request that you hold your applause until I have finished the introductions. In the fourth row, Dr. Mohinder Singh Dhillon, past honorary degree recipient. Dr. Arthur Meekie, past honorary degree recipient. Dr. Richard Graydon, past fellow. Laura Geringer, Vice President of Student Affairs, University of Winnipeg Student Association. Ruth Dickinson, Vice President of the University of Winnipeg Alumni Association. And in the third row, Ray Karasevich, Academic Vice President, Manitoba Institute of Trades and Technology. Nancy Wheatley, School of Construction and Engineering Technologies Dean, Red River College. Neil Cook, Teaching Excellence, Innovation and Research Dean, Red River College. Dr. Dean Kerr, Faculty of Health Studies and Associate Vice President, Teaching and Learning Dean, Brandon University. Dr. Jacqueline Romano, President of the University of Winnipeg Faculty Association. Rob Bend, Dean of Collegiate. Dr. John Anchon, Associate Dean of Education. Dr. Neil Funk Unrah, Associate Dean of Menno Simons College. John Smith, Executive Director of Aurora Family Therapy Center. Dr. Narumi Taniguchi, Director of Marriage and Family Therapy. And in the second row, Colin Russell, our Registrar. Sherman Kreiner, Managing Director of the University of Winnipeg Community Renewal Corporation. Bill Ballin, Associate Vice President of Capital Planning and Strategic Initiatives. Kevin Lamoureux, AVP Indigenous Affairs. I think I just promoted you. Whoops. It's okay. Michael Emsley, Acting Vice President, Finance and Administration. Laurel Repsky, Vice President, Human Resources, Audit and Sustainability. Christopher Miniker, Senior Executive Officer and Advisor to the President. Dr. Glenn Moulaison, Dean of Arts. Dr. Danny Blair, Acting Dean of Science. Dr. Kenneth McCluskey, Dean of Education. Dr. Sylvia Albert, Dean of Business and Economics. Dr. Mavis Reimer, Dean of Graduate Studies. Gabrielle Prefontaine, Dean of the Library. And in the first row, Tanis Kalisnik, Academic Advisor, Student Life. Elder Dan Thomas, 5th degree Medewuan Elder and Ojibwe Sundance Ceremony Conductor. Dr. Eva Pipp, recipient of the Clarence Atchison Award for Excellence in Community Service. Dr. James Curry, Deputy Provost and Associate Vice President, Acting Dean of the Gupta Faculty of Kinesiology. Dr. Neil Besner, Provost and Vice President, Academic. Bob Silver, Chancellor of the University of Winnipeg. Ida Albo, Honorary Doctorate of Laws recipient. Dr. Bob Kosminski, past Honorary Doctorate, University of Winnipeg Foundation Board of Directors Vice Chairman. And Dr. John Bullman, Chancellor Emeritus, past Honorary Doctorate and member of the University of Winnipeg Foundation Board. Dr. Gino DeStasio, Vice President, Research and Innovation. Dr. Frank Albo, recipient of the Fall 2016 Distinguished Alumni Award, and Dr. Alan Diddick, Acting Associate Dean of the Faculty of Science and Sustainability Award winner. This is your 108th Convocation Platform Party. I also want to acknowledge the presence of special guests of the platform party, members of our Board of Regents who are seated in the audience. Seated in front of me or serving as marshals are members of our faculty whose wisdom, expertise, and generosity of spirit have contributed so much to the personal growth and academic success of our graduates. We are also joined by many members of our staff, administration, and alumni who are here to share in the celebration and who play essential roles in making this university an extraordinary place to discover, achieve, and belong. I would ask you to join me in acknowledging all of these remarkably gifted and dedicated people. The University of Winnipeg is proud to provide a live webcast of the ceremony for all family and friends who are unable to join us in person today. Welcome to all those who are viewing this ceremony online. We encourage all those in attendance or watching online to send a special message to the graduates today on Twitter at #UWinnipeg. Convocation is a special time in the calendar of the university. It is a time when we gather together to honor our grads, bid them farewell, and celebrate their accomplishments. It's also a wonderful occasion to give honors to members of the university faculty, students, and staff who have made significant and worthy contributions to our institution. And it is a time when we award honorary degrees to those who have demonstrated exceptional leadership and unparalleled excellence in their fields, helping to define and shape the principles and values that give meaning to our community. Today, we honor Ida Albo with an honorary Doctor of Laws. An honorary degree is the highest academic status that can be bestowed on any individual. Those who receive an honorary degree demonstrate dedication and excellence in their field of work and have been nominated for consideration of this title. It is now my pleasure to call upon our esteemed Chancellor, Mr. Bob Silver, to confer special honors on Ida Albo. She will be introduced by Dr. Bob Kosminski. Chancellor, Ida, and Dr. Kosminski, would you please come forward?
Good morning, everyone. What a wonderful day in the history of the University of Winnipeg, and in particular in my ability to bring greetings on behalf of the entire community to our honoree. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you Ida Albo to be awarded an honorary Doctor of Laws. We are proud to acknowledge that Ida is one of the most accomplished graduates who has used her talents and abilities to give back to this community. As co-owner of the beautiful Hotel Fort Garry Spa and Conference Center, Ida worked tirelessly with her partner Rick for many years to restore and preserve the 1913 landmark. Today, it is one of Winnipeg's finest hotels and most popular event venues. She followed up that labor of love by sharing her passion for yoga, founding downtown Winnipeg Yoga Public. She was born and raised in Winnipeg's inner city. Her parents were new immigrants from Italy, and they instilled in their children the value of hard work and a good education. These values are deeply embedded in the Albo offspring. Ida earned a Bachelor of Arts Honors degree in Economics from the University of Winnipeg in 1981, and an MA in Economics from the University of Queen's University in 1982. 1981, that must have been a mistake, Ida. It must be 2001. So. She has maintained a strong connection to the University of Winnipeg ever since. Among Ida's many popular or volunteer commitments, she has served University of Winnipeg as a member of the Alumni Association Council, as a Board of Regent, and as an active U of W Foundation board member. She is a generous supporter of the Duff Roblin Gala Dinner, which raises funds for Indigenous students, and has been involved in that dinner for well over 10 years. Ida is a community booster who has rolled up her sleeves and gets involved to strengthen the fabric of our city. She has given her time and energy to numerous community and charitable organizations, among them Centre Venture Development Corporation, where she was instrumental in the rebirth of Winnipeg Central Park, a place she used to play in as a child. She has helped the Tourism Association of Winnipeg, the Canadian Tourism Commission, the Health Sciences Center Foundation, Citizens Against Impaired Driving, and the Pan Am Clinic Foundation and Cancer Care Manitoba Foundation. Ida was awarded the Variety Club Charity Gold Heart in 2010 and a Diamond Jubilee Award, U of W's Distinguished Alumni Award, as well as the B'nai B'rith Humanitarian Award, all in 2012. She was named a member of the Order of Canada in 2015. Mr. Chancellor, I request that you confer upon Ida Albo the degree of Honorary Doctor of Laws for her many achievements built on hard work, integrity, and a commitment to her community. She exemplifies the values of this institution.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor of the University of Winnipeg, I admit you, Ida Albo, to the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges thereto pertaining.
It's not official till you sign.
I didn't think I'd be as nervous as I am. Thank you. I want to start by expressing my gratitude to the University of Winnipeg. You can't imagine how excited and surprised I was when President Trimby called to let me know, and how delighted I was to immediately call my brother, the university's distinguished alumni, to let him know that we would be enjoying a double celebration at this fall's convocation. Growing up in Winnipeg's inner city, above a grocery store with parents that couldn't read or write English or Italian, I could never have imagined being in front of you all this morning. I'm honored for the opportunity to share 3 messages I believe were integral to receiving this distinguished award. The first is about the importance of the accessibility of this institution. The second is about the exponential return of a small gesture. And the third is about the remarkable insight of a mother's perspective. On reflection, what struck me most powerfully as I was preparing these notes is how the University of Winnipeg was always committed to making higher education accessible. Not just financially, but by making sure that the drive to learn was not closed to students that may have had other additional challenges getting here. I've served at the University of Winnipeg in a number of capacities, most recently on the University Foundation's inaugural board. At our first meeting, April 2003, under the leadership of Lloyd Axworthy and Sandy Riley, the Foundation's initial goal of raising $20 million was quickly raised to $100 million. The people around that table, Bob Minsky included, realized that there were just too many opportunities that the university had to take advantage of. Many of the initiatives that were undertaken were programs and infrastructures that have enhanced the accessibility of this institution, such as the aptly named Axworthy Rec and Wellness Center, which in its charter ensures that there's access to university students, but more importantly, to inner city residents. The Witchy-Wacky Learning Center, which builds bridges with the Aboriginal inner city communities, the Global Welcome Center, which provides academic support to new permanent residents, and of course, but not inclusively, the Duff Robin Opportunity Club Fund, which provides comprehensive scholarships tailored to inner city youth, Aboriginal students, young people from more affected nations, refugee populations, all from as early as grade 4. 38 years ago, I was the daughter of one of those immigrants, and the University of Winnipeg opened my door to higher education. My mother did piecework for Crown Cap. Her job was to sew the hard visor to the soft part of the cap. She made what she said very good money. My dad too was entrepreneurial, and he made his very good money as a baker at Bryce Bakery. The result of that hard work was by the time I was 6, my dad and his brother had pulled enough money to open one of Winnipeg's first Italian grocery stores on the corner of Bannatyne and Isabel. Both families, 10 in all, shared the apartment above the store. There was one bathroom, and every room but the kitchen functioned as both a family room and a bedroom. Growing up, my parents had only one house rule: go to school or work at the store. As puberty hit, and given my parents' not so thorough understanding of what it meant to go to school, I found numerous school-related activities I participated in. Some were sanctioned, some were not. As far for the sanctioned activities, I tried out and played for every sports team that didn't cut me. The outcome of that imperative house rule, school or work, and also because I was able to walk to university, was by the time I was 20, I was finishing a 4-year double honors degree in economics and mathematics. And maybe because I knew I always had a job as a grocery cashier, and also because I was employed as Secretary-Treasurer of the University Student Council at U of W at the time, I wasn't thinking about what I would be doing next. As an alumnus of this university, I know that you all had professors that have given you guidance and support. That direction made you better writers, better scientists, better actors, better artists. All of it honed your critical thinking, expanded your outlook, and have provided you opportunities that you haven't even realized yet. But some of you, like me, got really, really lucky. And what resonated with you because of one of your professors changed the course of your life. For me, that professor was Jane Snidel, the head of the Department of Economics. And I remember the day she called me into her office. She laid out 3 applications, and they were already filled out. There was one to Queen's, one to UBC, and one to Western. And what's most remarkable is they were all for me. I know for some of you this may sound very naive, but growing up as a child of inner city immigrants, I had no idea people went away to school. I thought the U of M was as far as anyone would go. I got accepted to all 3 schools, and when the replies came in, Jane was ecstatic. She walked me through my options and recommended, given my mathematical background, that I should strongly consider either UBC or Queen's. I chose Queen's as they offered the most money. The offer included $18,000 of funding, which was more enough for tuition, lodging, meals, flights, just about everything. But now I had a problem. I hadn't told my parents I had applied to go away to school. And when I arrived home apprehensive, despite this extraordinary offer and opportunity, as expected, my dad was very upset. He was worried about what people might think. specifically that I was being sent away because I was pregnant. With some coaxing and Jane's assistance, I eventually got my parents' blessing. It was a very difficult period, but also a growth period, not just for myself, but for my parents and siblings as well. Jane Snidell's small gesture of going the extra few steps opened not just the door for me, but for my siblings as well. Brought up by parents that never had the opportunity to benefit from a formal education, all my siblings went on to get our first degrees at both the University of Winnipeg and Manitoba, as well as graduate and professional degrees away. We are all given opportunities like the one Jane had to help me. It's recognizing and going that extra little step when you can. Small gestures can be very rewarding and very powerful, and they're available to each and every one of us, regardless of our respective circumstances. I am celebrating today with my family, including my 84-year-old father, who has witnessed the success of his 4 children. But I am dedicating this award to my mom, who sadly passed away at the age I am right now, battling cancer 21 years ago. Since my mom's passing was not without painful rewards, I'd like to pay forward this morning the gift her passing gave me, the wisdom of her perspective. My mom never thought anyone was better than anyone else. She believed we were all given our own special lot, and we should each one of it make the best of it. My mom never complained. She believed it was a waste of time, precious time that could be used to make a situation better. In the face of meager resources, my mom always was reaching out to help someone else less fortunate. And finally, she always took every bump in the road in stride. Her maxim, regardless of how challenging a situation, was always a thumbs up. These principles have allowed me not only to be an economist, hotelier, restaurateur, entrepreneur, volunteer, yogi, mom, daughter, and most recently, a recipient of the Order of Canada. But through it all, to never feel wanting, to never feel unable, and most important of all, to never feel I was better than anyone else. I would like to close by congratulating all the graduates and their families. As university graduates, you've been taught how to think, how to learn, and most importantly, how to adapt. Today marks another chapter for all of us. So don't be afraid of the road less traveled. Follow your passion. What you have learned in these last few years at the University of Winnipeg has prepared you for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Albo, for sharing your wisdom and insight with our graduating class. You really do make me proud of all of our alumni. I wish I got to know your mother. You are a classic Winnipeg story, which is why I'm so happy to be back home living in Winnipeg. We're going to honor some other folks, and we will get to you soon. To recognize their dedication, several prestigious awards are presented to faculty and staff on an annual basis at our spring and fall convocations. These awards were presented at a dinner reception yesterday evening, but I would still like to take a moment to publicly acknowledge and congratulate the recipients. Would you please stand as I call your name? To begin, Dr. Alan Diddick. He has made numerous and lasting contributions to campus sustainability at the University of Winnipeg. As a professor in the Department of Environmental Studies and Sciences and acting Associate Dean of the Faculty of Science, Dr. Diddick has empowered students to rally for better environmental practices and positive changes inside and outside of the classroom for more than a decade. An involved faculty member, Dr. Diddick provided invaluable mentorship to a group of students as they successfully advocated for the creation of a campus-wide sustainability initiative. The university's first sustainability policy was officially adopted in 2006. More recently, he developed and delivered a course specifically about campus sustainability, which debuted earlier this year. For his dedication to improving environmental practices and advocacy among students, and for his treatment of the campus as a living laboratory, the University of Winnipeg is proud to honor Dr. Alan Diddick with the Campus Sustainability Recognition Award. And on my right, I'd like to introduce Dr. Eva Pipp. Dr. Eva Pipp has served the community as a researcher, academic, and advocate for clean water. She has built a research career on topics of direct interest to the public at large, centering around water quality, and she has skillfully communicated this work to the public, all levels of government and academia. She has long maintained a direct interest in the health and welfare of First Nations communities and was one of the first to highlight the chronic water quality issues they faced. She was one of the first to emphasize water quality problems on Lake Winnipeg and is an ongoing advocate for its health. She still makes time to present papers on her extensive research, all while serving on numerous boards and advisory committees. For a second time, the first was in 1987, the University of Winnipeg is proud to present Dr. Eva Pipp with the Clarence Atchison Award for Excellence in Community Service. Now I'd like to introduce Dr. Mary Lou McPhedran. Dr. McPhedran led Global College in the launching of one of the world's few undergraduate human rights majors, and she continues to design and teach innovative, collaborative courses that integrate concepts of human security and human rights. A pioneer in research and advocacy to counter human rights violations through systemic reform in law, medicine, education, and government, she describes her work as evidence-based advocacy for achieving lived rights. Her honors include the Order of Canada in recognition of her efforts towards stronger gender equity protections in the Canadian Constitution and an honorary doctorate from her alma mater, the University of Winnipeg. She was named one of Canada's 10 most influential women's rights advocates in Homemakers magazine and Woman of the Year by the B'nai B'rith Women. She is also a recipient of Queen's Jubilee and Diamond Jubilee medals. The University of Winnipeg is honored to present Mary Lou McPhedran with the Marcia Hannon Award for Excellence in Creating Community Awareness for her passion in finding ways of reconstructing a better world and building caring and just societies. Please join me in giving all of them and Mary Lou a round of applause. So we have now come to the part of the program that our graduates and you who are here to share this special occasion with them have eagerly been anticipating. The registrar, Mr. Colin Russell, will present the graduates, and our chancellor, Mr. Bob Silver, will confer the degrees. The parchments will be handed to the graduates by the dean and associate dean of the respective departments. Each graduate will also be presented with a U of W alumni pin by Ruth Dickinson, Vice President of the Alumni Association Council, and the Vice President of Student Affairs for the University of Winnipeg Student Association, Laura Geringer. This is a rite of passage, an occasion for jubilation for our graduates and for the friends and family who have helped them on their way. Please feel free to express your admiration of our graduates or any particular graduate as they cross the platform. Mr. Russell and Chancellor Silver, please.
From the class of 2016, please rise as their degree is called and remain standing while the other degrees are announced. Master of Science, Master of Arts, Master of Development Practice, Master of Marriage and Family Therapy, Master of Arts joint with the University of Manitoba, Master of Public Administration joint with the University of Manitoba, Bachelor of Science Honors, Bachelor of Science 4-year, Bachelor of Science, Post-Baccalaureate Diploma in Education, Bachelor of Education, Bachelor of Arts Honors, Bachelor of Arts 4-year, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Business Administration 4-year, Bachelor of Business Administration, Bachelor of Arts 4-year in Economics, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Bachelor of Science 4-year in Kinesiology, Bachelor of Kinesiology, Bachelor of Arts in Kinesiology, Bachelor of Physical and Health Education. Mr. Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate of the University of Winnipeg, I request you to confer upon these candidates and upon those receiving their degrees in absentia the degree for which they have qualified.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor of the University of Winnipeg, I admit those present and those receiving degrees in absentia to the degrees for which the prescribed studies have been completed, with all the rights and privileges thereto pertaining.
Please shift your cap tassels to the left. Congratulations, you are now graduates of the University of Winnipeg. Thank you. You may be seated. Mr. Chancellor, I beg leave to present the graduates for congratulations. Receiving the Master of Science degree, Alexandra Lindsay Montague Fraze. Bo Pang. Tiancheng Wang. Oluyeme Fonlolo Yaya. Receiving the Master of Arts degree, Jessica Gillian Lilith Adam. Catherine McKay Burns. Kelly Amanda Burwash. Jordan Ross Bigden. Madison Page Connolly. Jessica Fontaine. Veronica Tomola Oletan. Majing Oloko. Receiving the Master in Development Practice, Adesua Vanessa Ero. Leah McDonald. Oluwabasola Oluwatudimu Olanayan. Receiving the Master of Marriage and Family Therapy, Lois Mildred Braun. Timothy Kirk Cowan. Daniel Brian Fukushima Dial. Jason Helen Glasgow. Jocelyn Buenaf Lanton. Karina Reimer. Leah Margaret Ross. Sandra Lee Scott. Sonia Dawn Warga. Tanis Dawn Weeb. Tanya Joyce Zubert. Receiving the Master of Arts joint with the University of Manitoba, Karolia Vargskar. Receiving the Bachelor of Science Honors, Da-Yoon Kim. Jeremy Allen Nicholson. Receiving the Bachelor of Science 4-year, Andy Kwang Dang Che. Alana Brianne Haleko. Samantha Ann Humphrey. Heather Elizabeth Konopsky. Casey La. Alex Enrique Menjivar. Alexandra Jeffrey Keiko Mickey. Samar Mereza. Jennifer Louise Moyer. Patricia Jeanette Marie Savoie. Receiving the Bachelor of Science degree, Clara Lucia Ciro San Miguel. Jacqueline Sidney Donner. Mariela Dottavio. Joseph Anthony Friesen. Jana Marie Goodmanson. Kelsey Frederick Howard. Sarah Christina Inocando. Aisha Kizar. Megan Page Ledger. Anna Logacheva. Kyle McDonald. Sean Jeremy Massasar. Stephanie Elise Pops. Hillary Ivy Prescott. Receiving the Post-Baccalaureate Diploma in Education, Elizabeth Ann Alsip. Joel Christopher Anderson. Jennifer Amy Arjun. Mark Rory Slingsby Berendt. Diana Catherine Boris. Robert Monroe Burns. Kelly Lee Clemens. David Van William Costello. Marcus Frederick Fowler. Annette Roslyn Gordon. Charles Anthony Hyde. Andrew Paul Hildebrand. Carol Ann Hoydalo. Kimberly James. Anastasia Karagianis Bell. Nathan Charles Klippenstein. Victoria Viktorievna Kostelna. Carlene Emilia Lewicki. Rochelle Lee Ongina. Barbara Ann Parkin. Mariana Rake. Mercy Nano Okirua Saki. Rochelle Angela Scott. Kara Seidel. Natalia Nina Cerwillo. Bernadette Lynn Smith. Andriana Larissa Tarasiuk. Shelley Jeanette Torres. Sandra Maria Turcott. Dustin Cole Unruh. Kim Ann Jeremowicz Ziglinski. Darcy Mitchell Zorniak. Jeremy Nicholas Stefan Zorniak. And now receiving the Bachelor of Education degree, Michelle Patrina Corshane. Sandra Marie Hughes. April King. Caitlin Marie Madawish. Terry McKay. Marnie Lynn Dale Murray. Kimberly Ann Postetnik. Nikki Albina Simard. Wanda Sveinson. Jonathan Albert William Travers. Jean Marie Renee Truthwaite. Tammy Wolf. Marsha Holly Misiabit. Now receiving the Bachelor of Arts honors degree, Samantha Shelton Campbell. Anna Edrith Norma Curry. Alexandra June Judge. Regina Lecarte. Faith Wallace Pearson. Jamie Joy Flau. Kukonya Dumesa Sibanda. And now receiving the Bachelor of Arts four-year degree, Tolalupe Oluwadalame Harugun. Samara Brazer. Lauren Barbara Checkley. Dylan Douglas Darr. Laura Jean Ellis. Emily Elizabeth Enns. Emily Laura Epp. Diego Antonio Gonzalez Cardona. Alexander Henry Laser. Eric Kenneth Mazer. Brittany Jade Morose. Jenna Kaylin Morris-Boissonneau. Adam Mozinski. Jordan Stephanie Jean O'Dunn Orto. Claire Annie Paitko. Santino Ring Ring. Carly Elaine Savoie. Maureen Lynn Tuvois. Keelan Michael Young. And now the recipients of the Bachelor of Arts degree, Kelsey Alana Atchison. Mark Thomas Anderson. Cameron John Baydock. Kim Dawn Bedard. Brendan Paul Bjornson. Shanley Marie Boatman. Geneviève Margaret Boken. Seth Paul Bolding. Malika Rose Brandt Murenzi. Alexander Braun. Albert Dwight Bruyere. Janielle Pabustan Kalma. Sheena Kachue. Karam Choi. Monibani Chwal. Dylan Corey Cohen. Brittany Lauren Costa. Vernon Christopher Dalusson. Alexandria Constantina Dawson. Gurpreet Singh Dillon. Cheryl Lynn Drever. Skylar Richard Raymond Gislason. Janessa Marie Grabsky. Keisha Laurie Hildebrand. Matthew Clayton Holden. James Isfeld. Danielle Elisa Margaret Keenan. Harmanjeet Kaur Kensray. Lacey Rosemary Kontusik. Cody Evelyn Leewald. Blair Kenneth McDonald. Kylie Nicole McRae. Linda Markham. Brooke Lauren McCombs. Phyllis Patricia McCord. Aaron Roy McMahon. Nathalie Chantal Michaud. Roderick Eric Mitchell. Melissa Nicole Nelson. Win Hoi Nguyen. Sandy Nicole Oliveira. Kyle John Edward Omachinski. Darren Fred Powella. Monica Teresa Petrick. Claire Chileshe Piri. Alexander Prokopets. Janet Chamikara Rajamathri. Jordan Will Sawchuk. Trudy Joyce Stevenson. Hardeep Suri.
Oswald Patrick Thomas.
Oswald Patrick Thomas. Nicole Danielle Versluis. Ariel Villarin. Vanessa Amber Wall. Nikisha Colette Williams. Jake Vernon Franklin Zelenowicz. And now receiving the Bachelor of Business Administration 4-year degree, Alyssa Ashley Blanco. Heather Lorraine Brown. Olivia Budzik. Yani Chen. Brendan Jacques Lamont Deneau. Matthew Jeffrey Doman. Allison Kate Greenslade. Dylan Mackenzie Hubsher. Rachel Denise Jones. Erin Jean Canteluck. Cody Narcisse Lapointe. Riley William Lawrence. Carl Dave Pacamana Martinez. Hao Ning. Sergei Olenek. Kirk Pascal. Hannah Grace Prince Coy. Brittany Ann Sinclair. Kirill Teslenko. Jean Chung Watt. Ying Yang. Receiving the Bachelor of Business Administration degree, Rasmeet Singh Arora. Florence Carbo. Timothy Max Haig. Martha Mercia Hall. Jamie Jaime. Flora Perez Kotari. James Robert Lepage. Rangi Ma. John Paulo Madrid. Belinda Vanessa McKinson. Victoria Moskaliak. Yakin Go. Tracy Lynn Rossier. Temur Tassin Sahi. Nolan Edward Trembath. Kim Brian Oliva Sasse. Receiving the Bachelor of Arts four-year degree in Economics, Yao Keng Lee. Receiving the Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Jun Chen Guo. Now receiving the Bachelor of Science four-year in Kinesiology, Ashton Amira Chabot. Janelle Colette Comte. Elena Domnidou. Braulio Cesar Leva. Receiving the Bachelor of Kinesiology degree, Chelsea Dawn Deborah Galbraith Harp. James Trevor Zamko. Receiving the Bachelor of Arts in Kinesiology, Tanisha Joanna Jessica Roberts. Ria Ann Schmidt. Receiving the Bachelor of Physical and Health Education, Jared Reese Jacob Neufeld. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduating class of Fall 2016.
So I've done a few of these, and I have to tell you, this is the first one where it pumped up for the business students. So you've started a new trend, and maybe it's because you know your valedictorian this year is one of your own. So I have to tell you that Bob and I have the best seats in the house, or the best, well, we stand, but we have the best view, because when your children, your spouses, your friends, our family, your family, go up there, they all have a very serious look on their face until Colin Russell, our singer, songwriter, pronouncer, incredible, or whatever, I don't know what to say, he rolls the name you gave them off the tip of his tongue, and they're not even in trouble. And they immediately smile, and they smile even louder when they hear from you in the audience. And on occasion, they grimace. No, I'm just kidding. And that's when you say, go, Mom, go, or go, girl, girl, that sort of thing. But anyways, it's a real privilege to be with you here today, and we're not done yet. We have a couple more things to do. So it's now the time where I invite Ruth Dickinson, Vice President of the University of Winnipeg Alumni Association, to present the 2016 Distinguished Alumni Award to Dr. Frank Albo. Ruth, Dr. Albo, will you please come forward?
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present Dr. Frank Albo with the Distinguished Alumni Award. Dr. Albo is an internationally renowned architectural historian and is known locally as the inspiration behind the Hermetic Code, a best-selling book detailing the fascinating secrets and symbolism of the architecture of the Manitoba Legislative Building. More than 22,000 people have taken his tours of the building and have been exposed to the numerological, Masonic, and esoteric meanings behind the home of the provincial government. After completing his Bachelor of Arts degree at the University of Winnipeg in 2002, Dr. Albo went on to further his studies at the University of Toronto, the University of Amsterdam, and the University of Cambridge, Peterhouse, where he ultimately attained his Master's in Philology and his PhD. He has taught locally at the University of Winnipeg and the University of Manitoba for 10 years and is currently Adjunct Professor of History at the University of Winnipeg. Dr. Albo has been published in numerous academic journals on topics as varied as the French Gardens, the Gothic Revival, Kabbalah, and of course the Golden Boy. And he regularly appears in media throughout North America, Europe, and Central Asia discussing architectural topics. His latest book, to be released in the coming months, lays out a foundation myth encoded into the breathtaking architecture of Astana, the capital city of Kazakhstan. Dr. Albo has also advised several prominent architectural firms and museums, including the Canadian Museum for Human Rights, as well as governmental bodies locally and in Europe. Dr. Albo is a widely respected historian and proud Winnipegger who has spent more than a decade educating locals and tourists alike on what may be Manitoba's most notable building. His time at the University of Winnipeg, just down the street from the Legislative Building, surely helped to inspire his work, and he is a wonderful addition to our exclusive list of distinguished alumni. On behalf of the University of Winnipeg Alumni Association, I have the honor to present Dr. Frank Albo with the Distinguished Alumni Award. Congratulations.
The other Albo.
I know. One more? Okay, yes. Do you want to just see it together? Do you want me in? And do you want me in then? Ladies and gentlemen, as Vice President of the University of Winnipeg Alumni Association, I am speaking today on behalf of my colleague, the Alumni Association President, Sarah Bizan, who regretfully cannot attend today's ceremony. Students, friends, faculty, platform colleagues, and honored guests, it is with much pleasure that I celebrate the University of Winnipeg graduating class of 2016. On behalf of the Alumni Association, its council, and more than 50,000 alumni of the University of Winnipeg, I offer my congratulations to each and every one of our graduates. For the duration of your studies, you made the University of Winnipeg your home. You have wandered the halls, blurry-eyed after intensive study sessions. You have pored over stacks of library books and devoured vending machine dinners during busy exam periods. And you have, by this point, most assuredly amassed a daunting pile of lab reports, scribblings, outlines, drafts, and polished essays from your many years of coursework. While you have now satisfied all of your requirements of your programs and now look to what lies ahead, I want you to know that this institution, now your alma mater, is your home. It is and always will be a habitus of intellectual pursuit, a thriving assembly of exceptional scholars and thinkers who continue to shape our civic values, our political and social programs, our environmental goals, and our national and international reputation as progressive leaders. In graduating today, you have become a member of the University of Winnipeg's prestigious assembly of world-renowned scientists, teachers, social workers, entrepreneurs, politicians, and other makers and doers in both Winnipeg and abroad. There is a legacy of leadership and excellence that has been built at this institution, and each and every one of you today will carry on this legacy as you further develop your careers and make your distinctive mark on the world. For the last decade, Sarah has continually been drawn back to her home here at the University of Winnipeg. As a graduate of the University of Winnipeg and a faculty professional applied continuing education member, as a volunteer and as a member of the Alumni Association Council and an employee of the University of Winnipeg, she found this institution, as do I, an ongoing source of support and intellectual discovery. As you begin the next stage of your lives, know that that there is always a place for you here. In the coming months and years, we hope that you will attend keynote lectures featuring distinguished scholars, keep in touch through our social media pages and regular newsletters, and volunteer to support the university's diverse campus activities. It is my pleasure to congratulate you all once again on your hard work and your many successes, both now and to come. The Alumni Association is proud to commemorate this moment with a splendid alumni pin, which we hope you will wear with pride. Once again, on behalf of the Alumni Association, cheers and good wishes to the class of 2016.
Thank you, Ruth. On an occasion such as this, we thought it was important to hear from the students. It is, after all, your day. And so I would like to invite the Fall 2016 valedictorian Ying Yang to the platform. And as he makes his way, I will tell you a little bit about him. Ying Yang, who also goes by the name Jason, is an accomplished scholar who has earned numerous honors and awards. These include the University of Winnipeg's prestigious Sir William Stevenson Scholarship, the Buehler Scholarship in Business and Economics, as well as the Great West Life Scholarship and Work Placement. He was also on the Dean's honor list as the student of highest distinction. Ying is also an active volunteer who served as president of the Golden Key Honor Society. He then started a unique program in the Faculty of Business and Economics, a tutoring service specializing in a variety of different business subjects. Just as importantly, Ying is well-liked and respected both by his peers and his professors. He grew up in China and immigrated to Winnipeg just 5 years ago. He has now completed a 4-year Bachelor of Business Administration degree. As soon as he completed his studies, he was hired full-time as a senior business analyst by Great West Life. In the future, he hopes to get an MBA. It is my pleasure to present you a wonderful role model, Ying Yang, the 2016 Fall Convocation valedictorian.
Before I commence my speech today, I would like to say thank you to all the distinguished guests, faculties, professors, friends, and families, and to my fellow students in the class of 2016. Congratulations. Graduation is a time for us to think about the future, but also a time to reflect on our past. So my goal today is to encourage you to think about the persons who have supported you in the past 4 years. It might be your favorite professor or your best friend, or anyone who has made a small impact in your life. Write a thank you note or invite them for a beer after this. So in 2012, when I was still a newcomer to Winnipeg, choosing between University of Winnipeg and University of Manitoba was a difficult decision because I had no information about both universities. So in order to get more information, I decided to take a walk on campuses. So I randomly walked into one of our business professor's office. Actually, he's sitting down right there, Stephen Chapman. I tried to get some directions. So he stopped what he was doing and made a few calls and connect me with the right person. But surprisingly, he did not just kick me out of his office right after that. Instead, we had a nice conversation. It didn't take me long to realize that this is the kind of professor I wanted to have. Someone who is willing to carry some small conversation after class and get to know their students. And ever since then, I have met so many professors who are willing to do so. I can give you a few examples here. So some of you are from classics. You might know Dr. Gibbs, who likes to invite students to have a beer after his class. And we also have Dr. Ross Stocky sitting in the behind. He will gladly to have a debate with you and try to convince you that calculus is fun. I'm okay with that argument. I'm Asian. Also, my personal favorite is a professor from business. His name is Michael Blewart. He taught me multiple classes, and one of his classes is ethics. So I wrote this essay, and he invited me to his office, and he told me that, oh, your essay is fine, but I think your life is screwed up. So you have to, let's sit down and talk about it. So now I would like to share well, my point is, we are in a really special community here. Students are given opportunity to not only grow professionally, but also personally. I would like to share a story of our community, how our community get together and work on the project. So during one of those small conversations I had over the years, Dr. John Melnick asked me once, I noticed that you're working as a tutor for the International Student Service, and how many students can you help every week? To be honest, I received about 4 or 5 requests every week, but personally I can only handle 1 or 2 of them. So then he asked me, now you think as a business student, how can you reach out to more students? So by the end of the conversation, I came to a conclusion that working as an individual, I cannot be effective enough to help more people. I need an organization. I need to get more people to work with me. This is how we started the idea of the tutoring service in the business faculty. Business department. So I approached Dr. Karen Hollis, our chair of the business department at the time, and she immediately liked my idea and encouraged me to write up my first business proposal. The thing is that I have never met her before or talked to her before, but she was willing to give me her full support and encouragement. And I took her advice and started circulating the idea with more professors. Then we had Professor Bruno Silvestre, who helped me to lay out the operational plans. And we also have my human resource professor, Catherine Blewart, who actually sit down with me and create a human resource plan for this project. And by the end of my proposal, we already have 1 professor, Dr. Hams, found our first tutor, the top student from her class. And my proposal was eventually approved by Dean Sylvie Albert. The interesting fact is that she was actually teaching my business strategy class at the time. So I used some of the techniques I learned from her class and put into a proposal that was made to her. I also want to mention that first 3 tutors I have in the program with Tyler, Evan, and Dennis. Then we had the Mackenzies, Omar, and Camila joined us. And each one of us masters a unique subject. With the dedication and the work ethics, the program has now served more than 100 students. So it really is a collaborative effort by all the professors and the students I mentioned above. And they volunteer their time and expertise, and most importantly, their goodwill to help our people in the community. Now let's talk about the future. So about the future, deeply inside your heart, you all already know your plan A, B, and C. I'm not here to give you any advice, because you are the only person who knows what's the best for yourself. But I do want to give you some encouragement. So we're all here today because we have been persistent to our dreams, and because we have received so much support from other people. And let's stay humble and grateful to what we have. If there's someone in your mind right now that he or she had helped you and had a small impact in your life, please do not hesitate to tell them thank you. Congratulations, class 2016.
So Ying really is an amazing fellow. I had the privilege of sitting with him at an awards night last January, and I think we celebrated about 200 students. And as each and every one of them was noted, he elbowed me and clapped really loud and said, "That's my best friend." So it reminded me of a time when I lived in Hamilton and I went to see the fireworks with an international student, and he had never seen fireworks, and he clapped just like Ying was clapping for all of his friends. And I realized that that's what Ying sees. He sees firework potential in everybody. So he's an incredible optimist, and we're very privileged to have you as a graduate. So on behalf of myself and the University of Winnipeg, I'd like to congratulate everyone who we've celebrated this morning. To all our staff, faculty, and alumni award winners, congratulations to our honorary degree recipient, Ida Albo, and finally to all of you graduates. You've persevered through much to reach this point. I know many of you work part-time, some of you even work full-time. You now have the privilege of calling yourselves university graduates. So what now? And there's probably a few people in the audience wondering, what now? Now you must decide how to use that privilege, because it really is a privilege. And you will have lots of choices to make after you leave. And often you'll have to make some decisions, and you'll have to decide whether you do the comfortable thing or the challenging thing. And like you, Ida, I was the first in my family to move somewhere to go to school, and oh my God, everybody was so worried, and I really did frighten my parents. There'll be times when, you'll say, I think I'll just do the easy road, somebody else should take that harder path. But I think you won't, because you are graduates of this fine institution and you've had time with these fine professors, and you will be more likely than others in society to take on the challenging path. And when I think of people who never shied away from challenges and risk, I think of people like Ida Albo. I do remember the Hotel Fort Garry in about 1971, 72, and there had been a fire. And anyways, I think you've probably taken a few risks along the way, and I think they all paid off. She's known as someone who is defined by her ability to roll up her sleeves and get things done. But there was a time when she was sitting in the audience, just like all of you. And as she mentioned earlier, I don't know that she knew at that time what her future would bring. And she took some risks. She wanted to have an impact in a city that she's deeply proud of, and she wanted to make her parents proud. And I think she made her brothers and sisters very proud as well. She's just one example of many UW alumni who've made remarkable contributions to our economy and our society. And there's lots of ways to have impact. You might be the one that solves a problem, finds a new solution to a problem. You might stand up for a colleague, friend, or a family member facing injustice. Sometimes you make big transformative changes. Sometimes you make incremental changes. Sometimes you do it in a loud way. Sometimes you do it in a quiet way. Quiet way like Dr. Alan Didick. Sometimes you don't even get recognized, but you'll know. You'll see the rewards in the lives that you affect. In Ida's case, we don't have to look very far to see the rewards for her efforts. They are visible in the families enjoying Central Park in downtown Winnipeg, or the U-Winnipeg students who have benefited from her contributions to education. So facing your own challenges and finding solutions that will have an impact will be one of the great joys of your life. Because I think by coming to university, by finishing university, you've made a choice. You want to live with purpose. I'm sure you'll find some bumps along the road. Our lives are unpredictable. You will have some setbacks, but when that happens, let your family, let your education be your compass. What you have learned and experienced here will provide you with the knowledge and perspectives to be critical thinkers and problem solvers. Let that knowledge be the voice in your head that steers you in the right direction, and listen to the voice in your heart as well. As you grow in your lives and your careers, you learn to trust those voices, and it will guide you to being the leaders that we know you're all capable of being. You will discover a lot about yourself. I met a student yesterday that told me she came to the University of Winnipeg to look for the truth, and I reminded her it might take a little while. It takes a lifetime to really fully discover the truth. And I know what you've accomplished could not have been accomplished without your friends and relatives and family. And I'm so pleased that so many of you are here with us today to celebrate. I also know that for some of you, you might be feeling just a little sense of relief, and I just want to thank you for the support for our graduates. I would like to invite the new graduates of the University of Winnipeg to turn in whichever direction you prefer and join with members of the university community in expressing appreciation for this support. So look. And before we adjourn, I also want to express our thanks to Chief Marshal Dr. Mark Vachon and the faculty marshals. And he's going to get embarrassed when I say it, but it just gives me great joy to see Mark at the back here. He makes sure that every single graduate has their collar on right. And as a mother whose daughter who came home with a class picture every year where her hair was crooked, whatever, I just think we're appreciative. Thank you for that, Mark. I want to thank Chief Ushers, Lynn Jones and Marilyn Workington, and those members of staff who have volunteered as ushers, organist Barry Anderson at the back, drummer Rob Apatagan, sign language interpreters Jennifer Horvath and Lacey Kaler. It must be kind of exhausting to do that. Well done. The many members of staff who have helped to organize this event, and again, on behalf of all of us, the faculty of the University of Winnipeg, for placing students first and for embodying the pursuit of excellence to which we are all committed. I want to especially thank our distinguished Chancellor, Mr. Robert Silver, for being such a wonderful supporter of the university. And thanks, finally, for all of our graduates for making us so proud, and to all of you guests for joining us on this marvelous occasion. We wish you all the best in the next part of your life adventure and hope that you keep in touch with the university. Following this ceremony, you are invited to a reception in honor of our graduates in Riddell Hall. Students will be led by the pipers to the room, and you can meet your students there. I would request that after the singing of our national anthem, you remain in your places until the academic procession and the platform party have retired. Family and friends are asked to remain in the gym until all of the students have exited. So please rise for the national anthem, led by our registrar, Mr. Colin Russell.
O Canada, terre de nos aïeux, ton front est ceint de fleurons glorieux. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Et ta valeur, deux fois trempée, protégera nos foyers, nos droits. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Not official, right?
Not till you start.
Until I put it down.
There's a check behind it.
Yeah.